Hello, and welcome to my masterclass on the keys to confidence. I'm your instructor, Corey Nery-Guity, founder and content writer for Champion Circle Inc., where people find the confidence to thrive. The reason I've chosen confidence as my topic for this lesson is because I believe in everything we do and anything we desire. As humans, we will experience some level of discomfort. That discomfort can influence our decisions and therefore affect how we evaluate our self-confidence. You can push through these moments in recognizing that confidence is built inch by inch beyond the comfort zone, and no one is exempt from this process. The purpose of this course is to help you clearly define confidence, understand how confidence is projected, and offer a few steps on how to build confidence. We will conclude this course with a reflective statement and some homework for you to complete to begin building confidence to the next level. So let's get started. Our journey begins with what confidence is. In my experience, confidence can be defined as a combination of competence, efficacy, and esteem. Each term carries their own weight, so we've explored them to add further context. Competence is one's knowledge and ability to recall accurate and helpful information at will. Think of the relationship between a tutor and a student. The tutor offers their expertise and knowledge base to assist the student with understanding how to solve a difficult math problem. Efficacy, in the perspective of self, is the ability to produce desired or an intended result. As the student practices and follows the instructions from the tutor, their capacity to solve the difficult math equations on their own increases. And esteem, which is a respect or admiration for oneself or another's skill set, characteristics, or persona. In this case, as the student gains the knowledge to quickly solve difficult math equations to improve their grades, the esteem is shared between the student and the tutor, who were able to produce more of the desired results. Together, these three terms equate to confidence, a sense of self-worth, dignity, and courage that comes from overcoming challenging objectives. Now that we know what confidence is, we can move on to understanding how confidence is projected, noting that things that are unseen can be better understood when characterized in our mind. By drawing from the attributes of those around us, we can begin to personify who confidence is. We can describe these qualities as the features of confidence. In terms of projection, confidence looks like grace, drawing our attention to observe the body, posture, gestures, and behavior. Consider someone giving a presentation, for example. The presenter is usually standing tall, with relaxed facial expressions, and they use the appropriate body language to emphasize certain points in their presentation. Confidence also sounds genuine. tuning our ears to hear the voice, diction, tone, and attitude. An example of this could be speaking to a call center representative. Who do you perceive will be the most effective in helping you? Agent A, who responds with, "Hey, what's your issue? How can I help?" Or Agent B, who responds with, "Hey, thanks for calling. I'm looking forward to finding a resolution for you today. How can I help?" Most people would choose option B because they seem the most interested and willing to assist. And who knows, they may offer some decent conversation as well. That always helps when there's long hold times. And confidence also feels like comfort. By utilizing our spatial senses to discern someone's demeanor, trustworthiness, and authenticity. Feeling isn't always something you can touch on the surface. An example of this is when you are embraced by a loved one. Do you ever feel a sense of warmth and your troubles just seem to melt away? That is what we're talking about. The vibe. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, confidence creates an overall experience. Considering the memory of someone based on a shared interaction, the impact, the imprint, and the impression. Have you ever received advice from someone? How that information was delivered to you may affect how you receive the information. That is how the impact is represented. The imprint is reflected through your perception of the advice. Do you think that the advice applies to you? Do you trust that the advice will work based on the individual who's given it to you? These are examples of how the advice is imprinted on you. The impression connects that individual to the results of the advice received. Did they work out in your favor? Did it turn out that the advice was not applicable to you? Or did it kind of push you away from your goal? Either way, the memory of a person is reinforced based on their impact, imprint, and impression on you based on a shared experience. Hopefully, you have more pleasant interactions with others than the latter. Now that we know how confidence looks, sounds, feels, and its overall impression, we can create a mental image of who confidence is. Next, we move on to the golden question. How do I build confidence? Oddly enough, the easiest place to start is where you're already familiar, of course. And we've broken this down into 3 simple steps called Confidence 1, 2, 3. Step 1 is to discover. Identify a primary interest. Most of you may already have one. Have you considered that long-term hobby that you've been doing for years, but you've also hidden it away from your peers? That may be a good foundation to build from. Step 2 is to engage. It's time to step out of your shell into that new yet familiar space to find others who enjoy similar activities. You may be surprised at how much ground you can cover when you're speaking to someone about something you're already interested in. By mingling with other people in these spaces, such as a Facebook group or perhaps an event will consequently boost your social skills. The third step is to carry on. Taking the time to foster these newfound connections may lead you to greater companionship opportunities. Whether it be platonic or romantic, you will be inadvertently boosting your efficacy in the social skills and knowledge base, all while boosting your self-confidence. Phew, man, we've covered quite a distance from where our journey began in understanding the keys to confidence. So let's take a moment to pause and review what we've learned. So far, we've defined confidence as a sense of self-worth, dignity, and courage that comes from one's competence, efficacy, and esteem built through overcoming challenging objectives. Next, we use the features of confidence to help us identify who confidence is. A mental image that embodies confidence as a collective of attributes or qualities from the people who impress us. Then we explored a few simple steps on how to build confidence. Step 1 was to discover a primary interest. Step 2 was to find a community to engage with. And step 3 was to follow up with like-minded individuals to foster the newfound connections. With these notes, we are nearing the conclusion of our journey. But since knowing is only half the battle, we have created a series of tasks for you to complete. The objective for task 1 is to help you identify your skills and evaluate your courage/ability to succeed and gauge your self-confidence. The objective for task 2 is to identify how the features of confidence are projected through your peers and to create a mental image of who confidence is for you. The objective for the third and final task is to step out of your comfort zone to build confidence by sharing your interests, socializing, and building relationships. Well, my friends, there you have it. The keys to confidence. May they lead you to a fuller life of opportunity and success. Thank you for attending my masterclass. As a parting gift, I'll leave you with this reflection. The confidence poem. The strength found within self. Credence that boils from the soul as I push, inch by inch, day by day. That resilience is all I need to move, inch by inch, moment by moment, towards my best. Written by poet Arsenio Williams. P.S. If you found this course helpful, feel free to leave me some feedback or send me a testimonial through my website at www.cnery-guity.com.